Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is Iron Fist Season 2. Danny Rand is back, defending the streets of Chinatown with his super sweet kung fu skills and his glowing iron fist. Bam! Things are going great with his girlfriend, Colleen Wing. You know what they say, the couple that beats up triads together stays together. She's actually trying to do less karate these days, help out the community in nonviolent ways. Specifically, she's trying to reach this one gang of ruffians, but they think they know better. They like the street life. Now, Danny is still technically a billionaire. He owns 51% of the Rand Corporation, but he doesn't even try to run the business anymore, which is much appreciated by his friend and partner, Ward Meachum. But Ward's sister, Joy Meachum, is really mad at her brother and Danny, I think because they killed her secretly alive evil undead dad. In fact, to get revenge, she's teamed up with Davos, Danny's kung fu friend, who he had a big falling out with last season. Davos is mad at Danny for abandoning his post and letting Kunlun get destroyed. It's like, yeah bro, my bad. But more than that, Davos thinks that he deserves the Iron Fist. Back in the big ceremonial fight that determined which of them was worthy, Danny cheated, walked Davos into the sun. Oh, cheap move, bro. One day, Danny meets Mary, a real nice small town girl who's new to New York, but kinda gets a huge crush on Danny. But there's something about Mary, she leaves herself weird notes, and when there's running water, freaks out. Yes, she has a split personality. This one goes by her last name Walker and is a badass mercenary hired by Davos and Joy. Walker is a top-tier fighter, manages to trank Danny, brings him to Davos doing a weird ceremony where they drain Danny's blood, use it as tattoo ink to give Davos his own badass dragon tattoo. And oh, it transferred the Iron Fist to Davos. His glow's red. He goes on a rampage. He believes the Iron Fist was meant to be used to mercilessly kill anyone who's even remotely bad. Danny's out of commission for a bit, so Colleen's like, yo, you rest, boo, I got this. She teams up with her friend, Detective Misty Knight, and the burden of carrying the show is on these two for a bit. Pretty soon they catch Walker, and she's like, no hard feelings, Danny, it was just a job. He's like, well then can I hire you to help me take out Davos? And so they do that, but it doesn't work, and Davos shatters Danny's leg. Just then it starts raining, which turns Walker back into Mary, and she's like, oh hey Danny, why am I all wet? So now with a shattered leg, Danny finds himself sidelined in his own show, again. Meanwhile, Davos has recruited the young delinquents and starts teaching them karate, Cobra Kai style. Davos thinks he's the hero, cleaning up the city the way Danny never did, but Davos is a really strict judge of who counts as a bad guy. Around this time, Joy Meachum realizes he's a psychopath, and she feels kind of bad about taking away Danny's glowy fist. So Joy stays undercover with Davos till one day she can convince the good kid to steal the magic ceremony bowl. But when Davos finds out, oh, pushes her off the balcony. Luckily, she survives, and even though she's been unreasonably mean to her brother Ward all season, he still hires Mary to help rescue her because he cares about his sister. Ward is trying to be a better person in general this season, joining Narcotics Anonymous. He is banging his sponsor though, which is generally a no-no. In fact, he knocks her up, she's pregnant, but she's like, Ward, you gotta figure yourself out before you can be a father. Also, Mary and Walker finally talk, and they realize when they broke out of the POW camp and killed like 100 guys, it wasn't either of them. She's got an even scarier third personality. Meanwhile, Danny's trying to do karate with the shattered leg, which does not work. But Sensei Colleen is here to help, and somehow with her training, his broken leg's totally healed. But now he's like, yo, Colleen, you've done a great job carrying the show while I was injured. When we get the Iron Fist back, you should take it. So the good kid brings them the magic bowl, but his friends kill him for betraying them, which sends Colleen into a rage. She beats up all these teenagers. Meanwhile, inside, it's broken leg versus Iron Fist, and somehow Danny wins, manages to trank him. So now with his blood, they do the magic tattoo ceremony, and Colleen opted for a sleeve instead of a full back. And indeed, now Colleen has the white Iron Fist. But they didn't complete the ritual. Davos still has a fist too. They switch locations for the final fight, Iron Fist. Blah! Walker's there too. Ward and Joy hired her to kill Davos, and it's like, good, so we're on the same side? Yeah, I guess, but for some reason she and Danny have a katana fight. In the end, he's got to chop the water pipe, which turns her back into Mary, and it's like, oh, hi Danny, why am I always wet when we meet? Mary, I keep telling ya, I got a girlfriend. Meanwhile, outside, it's the Iron Fist fight. Blam! Exploded! Eventually, Colleen finishes the ceremony, takes Davos' fist away, and boom! She defeats him. The day is saved. But now Danny's like, yo girl, I gotta travel the world and find out who I am without the Iron Fist. So these two kind of break up. He goes to Ward like, hey man, wanna take the private jet on a finding yourself bro vacation in Asia with me? It's like, sure, why not? With Danny out of town, Misty pitches Colleen on a Daughters of the Dragon spin-off series. In fact, Colleen had a subplot this season researching her family's history. Her great-great-grandmother was apparently some pirate queen, but also maybe the original Iron Fist? Yes, the back of her family crest is the Kunlun dragon. How'd I never flip that over before? And so in the epilogue, Colleen Wing is the white Iron Fist that lights up her whole katana. Okay, that's cool. Meanwhile, Ward and Danny are apparently doing a bar crawl of Asia. They're on some random adventure, and as part of that, Danny's now sporting double pistols that glow with Iron Fist power. So in case this version of the character ever comes back to the MCU, watch out for that, and that's where Iron Fist Season 2 comes to an end. If you like this recap, hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies. And if you love this recap, check out the join button and support the channel as a member.